Cryptocurrency.
What's going on? What's going on, my people? This is Eric Brent. He's a Family Cash Machine. Follow the money. How you guys doing for another episode? Let me watch myself so I don't get ran over. Take a little quick walk right now, and I wanted to talk to you guys. Ooh, it's too close. I want to talk to you guys about part 2, silver. We talked about silver yesterday a little bit, and we're gonna talk about cryptocurrency a little bit and silver. It's not investment tips, but I want to give you guys some information. But before we go into the video, I want you guys to like and subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you'll get the notifications, of course. And also, I want you guys to grab the link. I gave you guys a free link underneath. It's called CryptoTab, and I'm telling you guys about this browser. It's a browser, and you know, I had the browser for 2 years. I never used it. And so many people made so much money with the browser. And I'm saying to myself, wow, my God, it's like, why did I not use it? Because we're creatures of habit. We're so used to doing the same thing. I've been using Google Chrome for years. And of course, Internet Explorer was the first one I used. I've been on the internet over 20 years, 30 years, over 20 years something, since the late 90s, probably like 97, 98. I started really getting on the internet. But my point is, Internet Explorer hasn't paid me a dime. Google hasn't paid me a dime. And the problem with that is they share my information, they sell my information, and I still don't get a dime. So I'm flipping the game right now. I'm changing the game. I'm using CryptoTab because it's a browser that lets me do everything that Google let me do, as well as Internet Explorer. But I'm mining Bitcoin as my browser's on. So I keep my browser on all night. I got about 10, 12 people now that signed up free, and they're using the browser. They're making money, and I'm making money off of them making money too. So it's an affiliate network, and all it is we're getting paid to do what we do every day, which is search the internet. I think it's a great opportunity. So I'm gonna advise you guys to use the software, man. Use the software. It's like I said, you're on the internet every day anyway. You can download it on your phone. You can download it on your computer, or 3 or 4 computers. You have your kids and your sister, your brother, your family use it, and generate income while you're on the internet. Whole different paradigm shift. Okay, now let's move on. Also, I'm going uphill. I want you guys to download my free ebook that I put underneath here. It's free. Also download, you can go to the website, Family Cash Machine, and take a free course called The Phoenix and learn a little bit about Bitcoin. Learn a little bit for free. How you can download these apps. You can buy Bitcoin with your credit card, debit card. I have several courses there, free, teaching you guys how to do that. Okay, so let's get into the video. Yesterday we talked about silver. We talked about silver a little bit, and I want to give you guys some facts about silver. It's going to be a short video, so pay attention. I'm not an economist. I'm just a guy that reads a lot, and I have a tremendous amount of common sense. But I'm not dumb. I'm not a stupid guy. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. Put several kids through college. You know, owned a bunch of property. I mean, I've done a lot in my life. But I'm going to give you guys some information about silver. They talk a lot about, that's how they drive out here. They talk a lot about stocks, and they've been promoting the stock market, and they have been basically kind of like advertising stocks. But I'm gonna give you guys a nasty statistic about stocks. Nasty. When I first started trading in the mid-90s, it was very hard to get credit from a broker. I mean, you had to really be rocking. You had to really be making great trades. And they had to see a track record of a person that was really making a lot of money and had some assets. Today, to my surprise, as I visited a couple of the websites with stocks, when you sign up for an account, they're pushing in your registration now, they've included a margin application. And I was like, wow, interesting. So they're offering you margin, which is credit, with whatever investment you make in the stocks. Now, what does that have to do with the stock market? What does that have to do with the price of stocks? It has a lot to do with the price of stocks. When I did my research, come to find out that there's a huge margin on the stock market. What does that mean? That means that gross domestic, I mean not the gross domestic product, but the Dow Jones that you see, that's breaking all these records. A huge percentage of that is not actual production from corporations, but is actually loans of margin calls that brokers in the stock market have given certain corporations. Now, the other disturbing part about that is these huge corporations like Microsoft, IBM, Facebook, all of them, you know, all these huge companies, they're taking huge loans and buying back their own stocks. So 70% of that Dow Jones that you guys see, 70% of the record-breaking numbers, I can't be so animated, I'm an animated person. 70%, a good 70% of the Dow Jones that is breaking all these records, 70% of it is buybacks and combined with margins. So they're lending money to these corporations, and these corporations are taking the money that they're getting borrowed and buying their own shares. Interesting. So that record-breaking stock market performance, Dow Jones, that you've been seeing the last 10 years is fabricated. Okay, now, what does that got to do with silver? Okay, silver and gold has been a huge, what I want to say, deterrent. They've been deterring you guys from buying silver and gold. They've been really trying to discourage you from buying real value, things of real value like gold and silver. So, right now, silver is very undervalued. Very undervalued. I'm going to give you one principal fact, and I can give you a lot. I don't have any graphs and stuff, and like I said, I try to break stuff down to the average person where you guys understand this stuff. I'm not going to talk all technical, high technical, financial terminology and throw you off. That's not what I want to do. I want you to understand in the simplest forms, layman's terms, what I'm talking about. Okay. With silver right now, you have a company like Apple. I looked at Apple's a $1 trillion company. So is Facebook, so is Google. Apple's a $1 trillion company. Apple right now has over $200 billion cash sitting, just cash. They got assets and all that, but their liquidity, their cash right now is about $200 and something billion. Okay, that's the cash they got at hand. If Apple took the cash that they have right now, just the cash, and they bought silver. Hey, you going? Okay. All right. That's the guy who I paid to pick up my friend's daughter from the school. So he's picking her up so I can walk back home. So yeah, so what I'm saying is if Apple by itself uses its cash on hand to buy silver, the entire silver market is only $200 billion, the cap rate. Wow. That's the primary silver production. It means the primary few companies, it's a very small market. The few companies that produce silver. Now there are some companies that are not primary. They might be doing gold or copper and they might find silver, but they're not the primary companies. So the primary companies that focus on silver The cap rate is only $200 billion, $200 and something billion dollars, yes. So what that means, if one corporation here in America decide, hey, we're gonna take our cash and start buying silver, silver prices will shoot through the roof. And there won't be enough silver for you guys to start getting it. So that's why I told you guys yesterday, start buying silver, it's cheap. And you might ask the question, well, why aren't these corporations buying silver? I just told you. If they got $200 billion, they might get $100 billion in loans on stock market called margins. A margin. They might get a $100 billion margin call. And they'll take that $100 billion and they'll go and buy their own stocks to trick you guys to think, oh, this stock is doing great. So you put your little money in it, and all of these average people around the world, small investors around the world, buy stocks, pump their money in the stock market. But what's gonna happen when those margins are called, meaning the debt is called back and they gotta pay back the debt? Guess what? Their stock price is gonna fall. So millions and millions of people will be stuck with the stocks they got that are not worth what they bought it for. Wow. That's the simplest way I can explain it to you. So buy silver. Silver right now is incredibly cheap because they've taken a focus off of silver. And I told you guys in a video a couple days ago that as of 2020, the debt clock, the national debt clock, which you guys go to and see what the national debt, the international debt, you can see it live, real time, if you go Google it. Well, for the first time, they've now taken gold and silver off of that debt clock. Interesting. They took that now off the debt clock, silver. So you can't even monitor silver unless you're like me and you're just specifically looking for it. So what's going on is buy silver. Silver is highly undervalued right now. People are not focused on silver. Silver is a very small market. In fact, I think the silver production is only 1/10 of gold production. That's it, 1/10. And people are not focusing on silver now. If you open up your cell phone, if you open up the back of a computer, what do you see inside of those electronic devices? Silver. So as technology continues to evolve, and more people around the world have cell phones, and more people have computers, which it's at an all-time high now, then silver prices will continue to slowly graduate. But what they're doing is they're purposely distracting you guys from silver. So these huge corporations, they know, and they're gonna get all kind of indications when the economies are gonna crash. They're gonna buy up silver. So right now you can sneak in. These guys can sneak in right now and get silver. Ain't that something? You can sneak in and get it. But guess what? That's why I do my show. Follow the money. That's why I do this show. That's why I teach you guys and talk to you guys about what's happening, because I know they're not telling you guys this stuff. And it's enough money to go around, but the little guy never gets a piece of it because the little guy is being fed the wrong information purposely. So it's not that you don't have access to the information. You don't know what to look for, and what they put in your face is not real. So that's why I'm talking about here. Now, we're going to talk about crypto a little bit. Some people might be saying, well, it's too late to get in Bitcoin. You guys just heard me say one corporation, which is, what did I say? The one corporation is Apple. They got over $200 billion liquid cash right now, liquid, at their hands. They're a $1 trillion company, $1 trillion company. And they have over $200 billion right now at their disposal. Well, guess what? I looked at the entire cryptocurrency market. The entire cryptocurrency market, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, Dash, Binance Coin, Ripple, all of the cryptocurrencies in the world. There's over 5,000 of them right now on CoinMarketCap. The entire cryptocurrency cap rate is only $300 million. Bitcoin just hit 10,000 a coin. And I think Bitcoin makes up a good 70% of that value, if not about 60% of that value. But the entire cryptocurrency industry is only $300 billion. Now, we just told you that one corporation, liquid cash on hand, Apple has about $200 billion. Now, it's not too late to get in cryptocurrency because, like I said, it's still in the beginning. It's very, very, very in the beginning. It's very, very in the beginning. So, you guys can get in cryptocurrency right now. It's very, very new. It's a lot of people making a lot of money. So, but they don't talk about it because they don't want you guys to be a part of that. I talk about it because it's enough money to go around, and I believe that there needs to be a redistribution of wealth. And I see that according to the Mayan prophecies, according to the Egyptian Dead Sea Scrolls, the Bible, you name it, all the different books you want to read, it talks about this day of a change and a revitalization and a redistribution of wealth and a whole different resurrection coming. That's the day we live in. Economically, politically, socially, things are changing. And they don't like to change, they don't want to stop the change, but they can't stop it. Now what I want to say to you guys is this. It's not too late to get crypto. The entire capitalization rate of the entire market is on $300 million. $300 billion, excuse me, billion dollars. $300 billion. Now, what does that mean? That means that one corporation, Apple, has more money, has more wealth than the entire cryptocurrency space. So it's not too late. Get involved in cryptocurrency. You guys can get in right now. You guys can get a part of this business. You guys can be a part of this business and make money as it's developing. It's creating so many new careers, new industries, new skills, and new areas to make money. It's not even funny. So again, like I said, grab our free class, the Phoenix class, start learning about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and we're going to help you guys to position yourself to make a bunch of money in this industry. And then we also teach you about wealth and what to do with it and how to maintain your status. And that's the kind of stuff we teach. But I want to say this. Also, with the cryptocurrency industry, I watched the last 24 hours. Everybody here know me. The last 24 hours, out of that $300 billion, $193 billion transacted in one day. Wow, hold up. Follow me, you guys, follow me. I'm talking money, I'm talking economics. I'm talking the things they don't teach you in school. You're not gonna learn this in school. You're not gonna learn this stuff I'm telling you. Rich families share this with their kids. They teach their kids things in their family that they're not gonna learn in school. That's what separates these kids and they become world leaders. Because they have access to information average people don't. Because their mom and dad is into stock market and stuff like that. So let me say this. $193 million out of that $300 billion industry moved in 24 hours. That is highly significant. Why? Why is that so significant? It's significant because nobody in the stock market would feel comfortable in an industry like that. Because there's no asset in the world. ETF, bonds, mutual funds. There is no stock. IBM, you name them. There is no security, no asset that 70% of its value moves in 24 hours. This is normal for cryptocurrency. This happens all the time. Some days it's 50% that moves in 24 hours. Some days it's 75% that moves in 24 hours. Again, no stock market, no asset no bond, no mutual fund, no financial instrument, 70% of its value, of its cap rate, moves in 24 hours. That is frightening for people in stocks. Okay, so this is why they say, oh, cryptocurrency is volatile and they stay away from it. But again, I'm gonna explain to you guys why that much of its value moves in 24 hours. The reason that a huge chunk of its cap rate moves in 24 hours is because cryptocurrency is the fastest transaction in the world. It's technology, it's digital technology. It moves on phones, it moves on computers. So that's normal for technology, but it's not normal for an asset class, a financial instrument that people are placing their value on. I'm comfortable with cryptocurrency because, like I said, I like silver and gold, but I also like the fact that I can move $100,000 in seconds to anybody in the world I want without putting my name, without signing a bunch of documents, without giving up my social security. I like that fact that cryptocurrency is so liquid and transferable. We need a currency that can move fast. In order for the global economy to stimulate, in order for businesses to stimulate activity, money has to move fast for me to make profits. And the faster I can make my profits need to come in faster than my bills. Duh, common sense. And again, like I said, I'm talking to my people in a very basic manner. I give you guys this information in the most simplistic form I can give it to you. I don't want to talk that high financial stuff. I want to break it down to you where you guys can understand it on the layman's level. Okay? So, again, cryptocurrency moves relatively fast. Now, again, I told you guys, if you want to get silver or gold, it's okay to buy gold from a company that might have certificates. I told you guys yesterday, I don't like the certificate thing, but you can do that from reputable companies. I know a few reputable companies where you can actually insure the gold that you have or the silver you have in the vault. Okay, so you can pay a company to hold your silver or gold versus keeping it in your own house, because it's kind of dangerous to keep it in your house. So, but you can buy silver. You can have a company that has a vault hold your gold, but I would advise for you guys to insure your silver or your gold. So if something happens, if anything happens, okay, you guys have it insured, so it doesn't matter. But I would not advise you to have gold certificates or silver certificates with no insurance on your assets. So that's the way you would do that if you decided not to have possession of it yourself. You should make sure it's insured. So I'll give you guys a list of a couple of good companies that I think you should deal with. If you guys contact me, you take the free course. Once you take the free course, then you contact me. I'll basically, I'll contact the company, Family Cashing, and I will email you back and let you guys know what's the best companies to deal with if you want to buy silver and bullions. It's very cheap right now. I think it's a very good move for you to make. It's long term, so don't look at it, in 1 month and 2 months cashing it out. No, sit on it for a few years. Wait till the global economy squats. Wait till this global economy crashes, because it's going to crash. And when it crashes, the value of your silver is going to take off, because all the real financial people, all the real people are going to start buying silver and gold. They're already buying gold. Gold is hard to get, but silver is something you guys can get. Cryptocurrency is something you can get. It's starting to go up. Bitcoin 10,000. Remember, you don't need 10,000 to buy Bitcoin. You can buy $300 worth, $400 worth. And this is why I advise you guys to also use the crypto tab, because if you don't have any money to buy any crypto, any Bitcoins, why not get paid Bitcoins on the thing that you do every day, which is search the internet? And then all you have to do at that point is give it to other people, because this company has their own advertising banners, they have videos, they have all the tools you need to market for free. Start putting it on your Facebook. I'm doing it. I'm getting every day people just using the crypto tab, and I'm making money on them, and they're making money doing the things that we do every day. And like I said, when's the last time Google sent you a check? When's the last time Google Chrome sent you a check? When's the last time Internet Explorer sent you a check? Okay, but like I said, they're making billions and trillions of dollars off of you using their tool. And not only are they making billions of dollars on advertising, they are actually stealing your information and selling your information. And again, you don't get nothing from that either. So it's time to flip the game, okay? So grab my link underneath there, grab the crypto tab, and start using the browser. Don't just download it. Install it on your computer and use the browser every day. Like I said, I've had the browser for 2 years and I haven't used it. And I didn't use it because I'm like, it's not $2 or $3 a day, $1 a day, or $1 a week. It's no money. And I'm wrong, because I gave my programmer 2 years ago $10 in Bitcoins. It was June 2017. I gave him $10 and he lost the private key, which is the way to get into that wallet. He finally found the private key in 2019, July. He opened up that wallet. I'm gonna do a video and show you guys that. And that $10 turned into $162. It's probably more now since Bitcoin is 10,000. At that time when he opened the wallet, I think Bitcoin was about 6,000, 7, maybe 8,000. So that is even grown even more. So that little $5 or $6 a week can add up as Bitcoin continues to appreciate. So why not now use the browser, accumulate some money, don't think about it, just let it sit. In 2 or 3 years you might have, accumulated 10, 15,000 worth of Bitcoin. Hey, that's better than you guys using the internet every day and just paying for your internet. That's better than using the internet every day and you're just paying for electricity. You're paying for your cable. You're paying for, access to the internet, and you're giving these people all your information, and they're selling your information, and you're not getting a dime. So those days are over. Let's flip the script. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. This is Eric Brent, Family Cash Machine. Again, you guys, grab those links underneath. There's a free link that will give you a free ebook. I also have a link for you guys to go and take the cryptocurrency course, free. There are paid courses too. And once you sign up for the paid courses, now you guys are qualified to receive some of the revenue that we are creating with you in our cryptocurrency courses. Wow, no school is doing that. We're sharing the revenue with those that help us create the value. That's decentralization. That's exactly what that browser is doing. It's sharing its revenue with those that's creating the revenue. It's a whole new day, you guys. So with that, I'm going to sign out. This is Eric Brent, Family Cash Machine. Follow the money. See you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.
Aquí hay, que yo la vi allí, así que yo una recalcita de esto, ¿me entiendes? Cuando vine a ver yo.
¿Con el pasaporte se lo alquila?
Pues yo no sé mucho de eso.
No.
Cryptocurrency.